Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick TV, Facebook, and YouTube. Get all your sports news here first. The daily podcasts are Ken and Ken in the Morning, Lions Talk with Smoking Jeremy B, Wrestling Roundup, The Big Football Show, and more, Shield TV, Lions Villain Report, and Red Zone Rant. The afternoon podcasts are Valhalla, Grosef Sports, WCFL Dolphins Talk, The Cheap Seats, The Bodkin Show, Spirit of Detroit Podcast, and Maniacs. The nightly podcasts are Hallis Hall Report, Frozen Tundra Network, Skull Gang 365, The Huddle Sports Network Open Mic, First and 10 with Foz, Main Event Football Show, Prime Sports World, The Man Cave, Prim and Proper Sports, Spitballing Podcast, Lions Fan Cave Chat, Puckett, 313 Den Podcast, The Guys Huddle, Shots from the Sideline, Let's Talk Sports, The Michigan Truth Sports Podcast, Off the Rails, NFC Northeast, Power Hours, and Detroit Lions News. Make sure you follow, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Hope you like all the shows.
Here locally in the community, make sure y'all go check out Kneecap Body by Jeremy Campbell.
Good afternoon. It is Lions Talk with Smoke and Jeremy B, and 100%. We are still the Kings of the North. We are America's team. I want to address this because I said in real time when it happened, when I watched it, that Branch would be ejected. I knew it immediately. I knew it before the call came in. I thought they were going to call targeting right away. When they didn't, I was like, oh, that call's coming in. It wasn't even 30 seconds later the call came in. So I knew it was going to be an ejection. And whether it's because the NFL hates us, whatever, it was an ejectable penalty. I'm sorry. I'll agree to disagree with any Lions fan that thinks it wasn't. The guy was already fallen to the ground. Branch had to lower his head and shoulder to hit him in the face mask. If he'd have stayed upright and just ran into him, didn't matter if his knee hit his helmet. Guess what? That wouldn't have been a penalty. He lowered his head and shoulder to hit the player. It was not a bad call. It was that bad of a hit. Rest in peace to Motown music legend, producer Quincy Jones. He passed away this morning. Or last night, I should say. No, he's going to get fined. The receiver was already falling down, is my point, Jim Jackson. You can't lower your head and your shoulder and hit him square in the face mask. It's right in the rules. That's targeting. I said, oh, he's going to be ejected. That was stupid. I said it as soon as it happened in real time. Nope, it was according to the letter of the rule. If you lower your head and shoulder to hit a player in the face mask, it's targeting in the NFL now. That rule came out 2 years ago. It doesn't get called that often because they can look and there's mitigating circumstances. Now, if both players would have been standing upright and ran into each other, it wouldn't have been a penalty. But the fact that he was falling to the ground and Branch had 2 steps and lowered into him is why it was worthy of the ejection. He still had to lower his body. He wasn't off his feet yet. He didn't leave his feet till after he lowered his head and shoulders. Go rewatch the play. I'm. He will be fined. And he flipped off the fans. You know, all sorts of players have flipped off fans of other teams before and never been suspended. So I think there'll be a fine. And I'm not talking about watching replays in slow motion because that makes it look even worse. I'm talking about when I watched it in real time, I said, oh, he's going to get ejected. That was a stupid thing to do. Normally the helmet-to-helmet stuff is anywhere from $35,000 to $150,000 fine. It depends on how intentional they think it is. I thought it was intentional. He was headhunting. It looked like it to me. I love Brian Branch, and I thought that was the stupidest thing he's done as a Lion. Well, 6 drops by the wide receivers. We had our 3rd drop of the season in a wet weather game, guys. You may not agree, but I said in real time, I thought the one that was picked up should have been an ejection. Jim Jackson, it was the letter of the rule. He hit him in the face mask. He lowered his shoulder and helmet to do it. By the letter of the rule, I knew he was getting ejected before the ejection came in. I was bitching that he was stupid for doing such a hit. No. It was wet weather and everything else. We still didn't allow him to get 100 yards. I still think Green Bay playing Jordan Love with a bad groin and playing Josh Jacobs with a bad groin, who aggravated it at the beginning of the 3rd quarter, was stupid. I understand it's a rivalry game. You want to win. But I disagree with it. Oh, I agree. It looked like he would have, and had he not re-aggravated, I'm going to write it in my article how stupid that penalty was for him to do. It was a stupid move with the way concussions are in the NFL. That's all. Yes, it was a great game overall. The team played phenomenal. The locker room celebration was great. Kirby Joseph and David Montgomery got game balls. I think they made a mistake. They should have gave one to Jared Goff as well. He was 18 of 22, only 137 yards and a tutty, no picks. Can't complain. Jared Goff played a great game. David Montgomery played a great game. Jahmyr Gibbs played a great game. Thank you. I love the glasses. We had 6 QB hits. There was 3 fumbled snaps. And there was 2 of them equaled sacks. Plus, there was a legit sack. And then while we were sacking Love, he decided to throw it up in the air like he's Will Levis and get a pick 6. Come on. It wasn't as bad as everybody's making it out to be. I love the raw touchdown celebration. That was amazing. Damn it, that's why it didn't go. Trying to get some stuff loaded into the computer. I did hear that after completing the pass to Kirby Joseph, that they are talking about Sheila might go ahead and forward Jordan Love's paycheck to the Packers because he completed just as many touchdowns as Jared Goff. And well, you say that, but he was actually bull rushing fine. I think it helps that they had a backup left tackle. Goff to Amon Ra, 30 for 30. Man, oh, yeah. I know, it's great, ain't it? But for anybody that doesn't think so, there is something that I noticed about that whole. Yeah, Minnesota had a good win. Lambeau Field is under new ownership, Ford Field North. Fumbles was on them. We capitalized. AG calling great games without Hutch. Still waiting to see on a possible trade to help. As we all are. But at the same time, everybody was saying, oh, he'll be here by tonight. Oh, he'll be here by Monday. Yep, 7-1. Yeah, and I agree, Dad. I get it. But that is what the celebration was for. Look at that. They created FTP on the field. Isn't that great? Yes, Dad, we do look like the team of destiny. 7-1 for the first time since 1956. And we established dominance over that defense. Yeah, let's cue the dad music. Smoking Dad. Yes, the FTP celebration. Tim Patrick and St. Brown made the tea. Everybody does. The only person that doesn't dance to Dad's music is Dan Leonard. And I'm okay with that. Do y'all want to see Ford Field North again? Dan Campbell was issued his stock ownership of Lambeau Field as we handed the game check over to Jordan Love for completing as many touchdown passes to Lions players as Goff. Great job. But where I will say I was right, and I'll tell you who was exactly right. And that was John Gruden on his podcast Friday. He did his Lions versus Packers prediction. And he says, I don't care if it's Love or Willis that plays. They will not stop the well-oiled machine of Detroit. The final score will be Lions 24, Packers 14. Yes! I love it, J.I. Oh. But let's get into who the players of the game were. Offensively. Defensively, I'm going to give it to Kirby Joseph automatically. Oh, I will say, I love the fact that how the tears have sweetened my coffee. Hey, buddy, Conquito! Welcome back, good sir. John's podcasts are hilarious, but he was dead right. Yeah. Oh, that's density. Yeah. Yeah. I like it. Oh, okay. I didn't because it was scrolling by too fast. On offense, Amon Ra, Jameer Gibbs, and David Montgomery with an honorable mention to Goff. Yep. Gruden said Goff was MPP up to this point, and Gibbs is the best in the league. Anzalone had a good game. Yes, he did. Do you know who quietly was the best tackler without assisted tackles? You'll never guess who had the most solo tackles in the game, guys. Brandon frickin' Joseph, number 12. You don't hear it? Jack Campbell had the most total tackles. Uh, he had 5 assisted and 5 solo. You know what's crazy is, everybody complains about our tackling. But guess what? We had less missed tackles than we had penalties, and we had 5 penalties in this game. I wonder if it got disconnected somehow. You don't hear that? Damn. That works, right? Flowers. Do you realize that Goff completed passes to 8 different players last night? Now, Dwayne Keene heard it, but Jim Jackson says no. Did you hear it that time? Oh, you can hear it, but very quiet. Okay, there we go. I had to adjust the volume levels. For some reason, they got wonky. Will Vogue's chest hair will? Not one sack. Let's see. I don't get that because there was a couple of fumbles that recovered by Love, and he was hit by somebody in the backfield. But we did have 6 QB hits, so I'll leave it at that for now. Khalil Dorsey returned one for 30 yards. Isaiah Williams turned one for 36. Not one running back. Yeah, same here. Will Vogel will always be on. Will Vogel is on Wednesday nights and Friday nights. So don't forget this week I got to get the thing uploaded to the community posts, and it will be the Pick'ems contest for a free custom jersey of your choice. How you play is you have to submit it on the community post. I will post it in the community chat. What is required is that you fill out your pick'ems. I tell you it every week. I just don't get how people don't know. I've been doing this a long time. I'm sorry, Jay. I'm not used to having to publish it. The weekly pick'em sheet is going to be a community post on YouTube, and you reply with your pick'ems there. And after each week, we'll tabulate. I will let everybody know. Does picking my nose qualify? Unfortunately, Leonard, you and I are not qualified to win a free jersey. And I'm not qualified. Oh my God. I'm laughing at people. And he should have been. I'm abstaining from the contest. Okay. Well, anyways, I'm going to get this downloaded. Try to see if I can get it loaded as a community post. So I did get it to load. But you have to be. Does picking Jordan Love off? What? Andrew. Month-long contest. You have to do the weekly pick'em sheet. You have to do the weekly pick'em sheet in the community post I'm going to create on the YouTube channel. You have to post your picture with your picks in there. After the week is over, I'm going to tabulate and keep a running total. And a custom jersey will be given to whoever wins, whether that's J.I. or not. But you have to play all 3 weeks. I'm doing it right now, Jim Jackson, on my channel on YouTube. And all picks must be submitted before the NFL roundtable talks so I can have them here and I know everybody has them done. I'm not making a Thursday cutoff. The cutoff is Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. We're not allowing last minute guys to get in on Thursday because I don't have enough time. I'm trying to create it while talking to you. But this is a YouTube contest. Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. Yes, sir. That is the cutoff every week. I just posted it, Lion King. If you'd have listened, I was posting it on my YouTube channel in the community posts. We need to run some raffles to fund my 60-foot. Leonard, we need to talk today, but I gotta work, so it'll be after work before we do our 9 o'clock show, okay, buddy? And we'll talk about some ideas to toss around. And as quick as we get subscribers, we have some leaving. And I think it's some of our old heads because they go and they say, oh man, I can't find Jeremy anymore. If you don't stay active with your YouTube, yeah, that 2420 prediction was close. Just win. Yep, I just put it in there. I just literally submitted it. So it's in there now. Now I got to see if I can actually share the link of that, and I'll put it in the chat. So I guess I got to do it this way. I'm going to have to do this and then email the picture of it to me so I can show you I just did the post. At one point, you predicted 42. Yeah, for some reason, it doesn't allow the link to be shared by me. I don't know why it didn't show. It might be violating some type of YouTube standard because it doesn't allow me to copy the post myself. Hey, J.I., text me that link. I got an idea. Oh, I feel a sneeze coming on. I hate that feeling. Yeah, it's gonna happen. That tickle. I hate that tickle. But the link is up on the YouTube community post side. So if you go to my channel without watching the videos and it has all the different headings, go over to community, it's there. That's where you can find the picture. I'm the only one who posted because I just posted it, Lion King. I just said it's a brand new contest. I started today. Man, I literally just posted it. It's got 2 likes already, and I don't see any comments. There we go. I'm going to try this way. Right. Oh, God, I wish people would stop messaging in the middle of shit. Oh. Yeah, I know. I just got it. I just have an idea on how I'm going to do this. Let's see if it'll show up on my end. There we go. There's the link to the community chat. Right there. So, yeah, I knew it would work this way because Restream doesn't texted, text, whatever. There we go. I had to create it today because, it starts with this week, but I wanted it up today. And the reason why I want it up here today, I don't want to be one of those guys that decides to do it and then Wednesday go, hey, you got 8 hours to submit your picks. No, I got 520 plus subscribers. I want you all to have a chance to win this. And if you're on the Facebook side, because you see that link there, if you go in, you have to be a sub to win. That's the key. So if you click the link from the Facebook side, you can go over and sub to the show, download the picture, and be able to do that too. This is a way to get subs without begging for it. You know what this is? This is giving you guys a reward for subbing to me. So it's available to everybody who used to be a sub and everybody who will be a sub. And don't forget, we already said there's going to be prizes for when I hit 1,000, and I'm going to give out 10 prizes. I've already decided what I'm doing. Since nobody bid on the Charles Harris helmet that I had signed, even though I met him in person to do it because I like the guy, that's going in there. I'm probably going to get, custom NFL jersey regardless of team. So if you're a Packer fan and you win, guess what? You can pick your favorite Packer player. If you're a Vikings fan, if you're a Titans fan, which I don't know if there is any anymore, I would have bid. Yeah, nobody bid on it. I tried to raffle it off to raise money for Cameron Luke, but thank God we got great news on Cameron Luke, everybody. The medicine worked and it reversed all the damage to the one kidney. He does not have to have surgery. Yep, you have to go to the link and post it to the community channel in there. That pick'em sheet. And if you can't download it from the community chat, all you got to do is go to Google or Siri and type in Week 10 NFL Pick'ems 2024. And it's the first image that comes up when you click on images. But post that in there. And I don't care if you just do the post by itself. You can either reply to that one, whatever. It drives. This is to drive, and you have to do at least 3 weeks out of the month. There's 4 weeks to a month, so I'm not asking you to do every one. But basically, if you haven't got in by the second week of the month, you're not eligible to win the jersey. So, defensively, Kirby Joseph, and I don't care what you say, Aleem McNeil was in that backfield. Levi Onwuzurike was in that backfield. Even James Houston was in that backfield. I saw it. And while we didn't get a sack, we had pressures. I don't know why they didn't credit sacks to the guys that tackled Love after he fumbled and got his own fumble back. I don't understand that. Because if Goff does it, it counts as a sack for the other team. I don't have a gray jersey. Or is it gray? It depends on where you're spelling it at. It's Gray in America, and Grey is the original spelling from England for origins of the word. Orlando, yeah. That OnlyFans page is going away. Aleem was getting double teamed quite a bit. Yes, he was, and still getting through. We had just as many pressures as we had against the Titans. I saw it. I visibly saw it. It isn't as pretty as when Hutchinson is there. It's not as fast. VD's man titties is a big. Orlando. I think that's worse than talking the stuff we talk when we cuss. Oh. But I will say one thing. I think the ejection of Brian Branch raised the level of this defense to another level. They turned it on after that. Prior to that, you know, Jacobs was having his way with our defense. All of a sudden, we stand him up at the goal line. Trevor Nowaski didn't have his best game, but guess what? He still played. And he still did good. He didn't have his best game. But I will say, everybody, except for Hogan Hatton on special teams, had a tackle. Everyone on the team, even Chris Smith, James Houston, Aleem McNeil, Mabin. Branch had 2 tackles before he left. Ray Castraw had a tackle. Meek Robertson had a tackle. Terrion Arnold had 5 tackles total. Anzalone had 6. Kirby Joseph had 4. Carlton Davis had 7 total tackles. Jack Campbell had 10. I must be becoming a Caleb Williams fan. I'm practicing saying the Bears, just like him. Do you guys literally want to hear that speech, that recording? Because I found it. Let me go find my voice recorder. There it is. He's so sassy. All right. Just a second. I've got a cable that I can hook up. Give me 1 second to come back. All right. I go to the bathroom and grab. I do smoke cigarettes. It started because I used to smoke cigarettes so much that people called me the chimney or said I was wheezing like Darth Vader on my podcast. Yeah, this time it was to find an audio cable. Are you guys ready? Ah, crap. I got to take the cover off to fit the audio cable in there. See if it. Nope, still isn't going to fit in there. All right. Without further ado, Here is the 6 minutes and 41 seconds when Caleb takes the podium at the draft. That's weird because I'm hearing it coming through. I guess it isn't working. I tried, guys. Let's see if I can get it to. Yeah, I've got to hold it up to the microphone here. It sucks. Did you hear him? Go Bears! How will I ever survive not being able to hear a. Oh, congratulations. I'm going to admit it. Quitting smoking was harder than. I've already quit alcohol, and I had a drug addiction back in the 90s. Did you guys hear the end? Go Bears! So sassy. There. I just wanted you to know that's a recording in. I thought that was a woman's voice saying "Go Bears." That was Caleb. So I still smoke. Not gonna lie, I'm not gonna quit smoking. I tried to switch to weed back in 2016 when I went through everything I did. I don't talk about what drugs here, Jay. Um, but it was a serious addiction. I went through 3 years. I dropped 70 pounds after I got out of the army. I was down to a shell of myself. Uh, Not gonna lie. And I just up after a 3 day blackout phase, woke up and left town. Because if you truly want to quit what you're doing, you have to remove yourself from everything and all your surroundings and everything you know and start over and rebuild yourself into something better. So if you want to quit, you don't need a 12-step program. It is, it is 12 steps, but it's a program. You don't need the program to do it. The main thing that has to happen is you have to want to. So if you want to, you'll quit. If you don't, you won't. Yeah, I threw one hell of a party. I ain't gonna lie. Hookers and blow would be a mild party. Let's put it that way. I don't want to get into the detail of my past, but at the same time, and how you know somebody has the addictive personality is it doesn't matter what it is. It becomes a passion immediately and you never want to stop. So I put it into doing things rather than doing drugs. I put it into doing things instead of drinking alcohol. Once I decided to quit drinking alcohol, I quit being a DJ at bars. I used to DJ and karaoke host because I have a singing voice, and that's one of the main things. So God bless you, J.I., that you never did. That you never caved to the peer pressure and got that hook into you. Because the first one is the taste. And if you like that feeling, the second time is the hook. The third time, it's over. That's how everything works. Smoking cigarettes came easy, though. I grew up around smokers my entire life. I was around it as a kid. Whoa, when do we get to hear the voice? Um, I'll send you a recording later. Trace says Jeremy can sing. I can attest to that. Well, I tell you what I'll do. And that is a great quality that I never had. At times I'm a leader, but I'm also a follower too. That's why I made it for a little while in the military. But it's Victory Monday, and you know what I haven't done yet? And I want to do it before I do the division record. Hey, hey, hey! Forward down the field, a charging team that will not yield. And when the blue and silver wave, stand and cheer the brave. Rah, rah, rah! Go hard with this game. With honor you will keep your fame. Down the field and gain a Lions victory. Go Lions! Amen, Fred. Thank you, everybody. But it is that time where we are going to go over the entire division. And I'm going to start at the bottom. Fuck it. You know why? Because it's fun. Fuck the Bears. 4-4 record, bitch made 500 motherfuckers making us look weak. Oh wait, no, they're 5-4, right? The Packers at 6-3 are in third place. At 6-2, the Skullfuckers won one. And in first place, and still Kings of the North, it's the mighty, mighty Lions at 7-1 for the first time since 1956. I knew it wouldn't last. Every time he faces a halfway decent team, he falls apart. I said this, Jim. I agreed with you 100%. Go Bears. Good Lord. I will say, if he has time in the pocket, he usually does well. What he does not do well is against man coverage. That is something we run over 60% of the time. Darnold will Darnold the Vikings eventually. I haven't looked yet. I'll look in a minute here, Dwayne. Bears logo is a toilet seat. Yes, it is. Let me look now, since you asked. Yes, I have your picks. That's perfect. Nope, that's fine, Fred. That's what you guys can do. I love it when my fans talk to each other and discuss things. Um, I've been having a problem commenting too. It says I need to be a subscriber for more than 1 minute, and I'm a subscriber for more than 1 minute. But I think it's because I named my YouTube name when I come up is my channel. And I think it's YouTube being goofy more than that, because I'll go in there and it says, due to community guidelines, you must be a subscriber for more than 1 minute. I've been a subscriber since he created his show. I'm just not always active because, hell, sometimes we're on at the same time. But I will have a new sponsor come after the 15th of November. I picked him up last night. I'm not going to go into details. I'm not going to give his name. But the gentleman, you can just put the picks in the comments there, like Dwayne Keene did. He just did his picks for each one. And that's perfect. So, anyways, the new sponsor is a small private-owned pool hall that's by invite only. This tears me up a little bit. He's paying for me to get new teeth, guys. I'm choked up. I don't have very many friends that are willing to do stuff like that. And I applaud him. I thank him. It has me a little choked up, guys. So I literally told him he's a lifetime sponsor of the show with that type of generosity. So by December, I'll have a grill. I won't have to hear this stupid bullshit about being a redneck or that I'm a meth head. And thank you. He knows who he is. I've known him since 2012, 2013, somewhere right around there. There's been times in my life when things have been bad, and he's been a brother that took me in and helped me out then. And for him to have that type of generosity, it really hit me in the feels today. That being said, I do have to give homage to my current sponsor that pays me. Oh, you ask anybody in the chat, when they do the personal attacks, I give it right back and then send them out of here. I do this because I'm passionate about the Lions. My football knowledge, it isn't second to none, but it's pretty damn good for a guy that just watches from a couch and played in high school. So when they tell me that I'm casual and I say things, I have yet to be more than 20 points off of any score other than the Titans. I had their score right. I had ours wrong. I don't play around with it. If you do personal attacks, you're going to get banned. Restream bans them too. And that is why I've had a trouble with getting Broski back into being able to be shown on the shows. because he made a personal attack about my redneck mouth. That's the comment that got him in trouble. Restream flagged him. I'm working with Restream to try and get it resolved, but they won't let me unresolve it. They have to unresolve it. And every time he makes a comment on somebody's show that has Restream and he says something that is personal attacks, it stops him from getting reinstated to be able to comment on Restream. It's not just my channel. It's all of Restream. But that being said, it is time to talk about my sponsor, which is Brandon Service at the corner of South Grand Traverse and West Atherton Road, 602 West Atherton Road. In Flint, where the water's shit, but the tires are good. Used tires starting at $45 and up. New tires, call to get your quote, 810-233-8230. Talk to George Red or myself, because I'm back to managing 2 days a week. That is why you have not seen him around, yes. Mention that ad that Smokin' Jeremy B sent you, and they'll give you $10 off. And Dwayne Keene, Lion King, and a few others have came. Steve Bauer has came. Right, it never should have been said. And don't get me wrong, I like Broski Bear. He does give some solid takes every now and then when he's not just being a hater. You can't doubt the fact that he's had football knowledge. He came out and said to begin with, I don't think Caleb Williams is the answer because the O-line isn't good. He said that in these chats. We have went to 2 Lions events together, Trace. We went to training camp together, and now we went to the Ford Field watch party together. It was an amazing time both times. But Trace, as you well know, we discussed it all the way home that we thought James Houston needed to be on the practice squad. That it wasn't a stretch of the imagination. I still think he belongs on the practice squad, but now we're so depleted with injuries, unless we trade for 2 people, we can't afford to put him on the practice squad. He's learning how to bull rush at his diminutive side. With his diminutive size of 6'1" and 252 pounds, which is what he weighed in last time. We wanted Betsanuku up on the roster. We knew Chris Smith wasn't making it. He looked awful. But it's getting to that time of show where the bad takes to the other 75% of our division is done. Kudos to the Green Bay Packers to being able to score a touchdown in garbage time due to a bullshit penalty to Amik Robertson. And the only touchdown that Love threw was to Kirby Joseph. And I think I need to give him an honorable mention as a Lions star player of the game. There's my dose of shit talking this week. But until further notice, until we lose again, that's Ford Field North. 3-1 since Dan Campbell's been here. 5-2 overall versus the Pack through 7 games. So even if he loses at Ford Field this year, we have a better record in their house. There's my shit talking for you. Have a great day, everybody. Try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. That's the only way to make the world a better place. It starts right here. Much love to everybody in the chat. If you are on Twitter, Kirby got another stepson. That being said, if you are on Twitter, make sure you go over to YouTube. Get involved with the Pick'ems contest. We do the show live. All comments will be addressed if you're on the YouTube side. Have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow.